I also think, side note, we'll get back to what we're talking about in a second. I also think, why did Chris Leone not get more of an opportunity? And here is how I would have wrote the story. The great Danielle, the superstar that is Danielle. Danielle and Lindsay and Kyle are my three favorites of the show. There's got to be someone else. Gabby Prescott. I love the princess that is Gabby Prescott. Is that the last name? Yes. Gabby is definitely it. Lindsay is definitely it. Carl and Kyle. Carl on the fence, but he's still good for the show. But that darn Chris Leone, what did he need to do differently? Why didn't he get the attention? And why didn't he get a second season? Now, if I was Chris, and I don't know what Chris's situation is, Chris should have been shooting his shot with the great Danielle. And there should have been some type of romance that was budding. And if it would have been budding, then he would have got to play it out on camera with Danielle. And now, I mean, you don't want anyone to do anything they don't want to do. Maybe he doesn't see her in that way, but it's Danielle. Danielle's perfect in every way. Oh, the great Danielle. The way I love Danielle. Let me count the ways. Oh my gosh. And this season that we're going to see, Danielle initially still having the broken bridge with Carl and Lindsay. Now, after everything had happened, when it had happened after filming, it's been a long time in terms of when all this happened. And now we're going to rewatch it on a TV show. But we, of course, know that Danielle, Lindsay, back to a friendship, maybe not as strong as once before, but still it's good that they're back to a friendship. But I think that is really the most exciting of the show, of Summer House, because Danielle being frustrated is amazing. Only because you love her so much and you root for her so much. I don't want to see Danielle in any type of stress. Fun Danielle. You know how Kyle says, Amanda, not fun? Well, Danielle's the antithesis of that. She's always fun. And she went through her past breakup. Truth be told, I mean, just in terms of watching the television show and judging, maybe that guy was not for her. But you always want to see Danielle winning and having fun. And then to think, didn't Danielle start on the show by being at one time or another with Carl? That darn Carl had one time or another been with Paige, Lindsay, Danielle, everybody in the house. Kyle, did you get a shot too? Anyway, I think Kyle is fantastic. He's so easy. Here's the thing about Kyle and Lindsay on this show. They really are those people on reality TV that are so easy to judge. And in my opinion, just my opinion, I feel like they are like the coolest of people. Like, you know how you just get a sense, you've been around a lot of people, I've worked in like broadcast and, production and things of the nature. I just feel like they are so amazing and would be so cool to get along with, but maybe they're not. No, they actually probably are really cool. But the Lindsay to me is just unfair that because she's so headstrong, because she's got her act together, but also is a little bit of a hothead, we just like don't have, what is it? It's something I'm wondering, like, what is it about these strong reality TV characters, like these women, because Lindsay's such a tough, like badass, that when something happens to her, like you instantly think of, like, what did Carl say? Carl said, "Oh, it's so easy for you to paint yourself as like the victim of this situation," kind of like getting her out of the fact that maybe she was part of, well, of course it's a relationship. So yeah, she was part of the breakup, but like, there was, what impact did she play into it? And that's all good and a great talking point for Carl. But I just feel like Lindsay, because she shows herself so much and shows up for herself and is so authentic, it's like easy to tear her down. And I don't like it. Yes, Lindsay Hive all day. Anyways, I think it'll be a good season. And my other question or comment is, yeah, I hope they don't let go of that winter house for forever. I really feel like there's something there. But that last season 3, and it might have been because
Hey, Ronnie Jr.